I'm in the store the other day, and the gentleman in front of me, the product that he was purchasing, the price had gone up on it. And he was complaining, like, what do you mean? How did this get, why is it now, I guess a quarter, maybe 50 cents, I'm not sure. But why is this now higher? And I, interjected and said, yeah, this is the result of the stimulus checks. See, when you artificially pump more money into the economy, the price of things will go up. It's called inflation, and it's been taking place, since the country's inception. It's a big part of the reason, when the cost of, operations goes up, that cost trickles down to the purchaser, to the buyer. Everything just gets more expensive. It's a gradual thing that has been accelerated due to the stimulus checks that have been, the entire stimulus package that was recently done due to the whole CV thing. Which brings us to this Forbes article. BET founder calls for $14 trillion in slavery reparations. This is written by Tommy Beer for the Forbes staff. Jesus Christ. And that's another reason why reparations can't and won't happen. $14 trillion. Why? Because it'll make everything else more expensive. For the most part. See, here's the thing. I'm not an economist. When it comes to math, past division and multiplication, I'm really of no use to you. But I do believe in cause and effect. And one of the bigger arguments that I've seen coming out of this entire CV situation is like, well, we have the money to write everybody a check for $12,000, so for $1,200. So you can't tell me we ain't got it for reparations. It's just like, dude, seriously. This is something that needs to be dropped. If you are unfamiliar with my stance on reparations, it's that that deal was inked back in the 60s with the civil rights era. There were a lot of concessions made and a lot of, choices made within that secret signing that, we're completely unaware of, but we're witnessing the results of, including the welfare state and the dismantling of the manufacturing and it really just all these separate even the policing to this very day, the passage of the drug war, and using that as a catalyst for a lot of the problems that many people are complaining about at this very moment. I mean, it is what it is, right? like if you want to sit here and talk like I say all the time, we can go back the last 60 years. We don't have to go 400 years back in slavery. We really don't. We can go back the last 60 and try to work things out from there, because sitting here and having all these people, particularly, and I assume that Bob Johnson's lineage is that of a descendant, but we are just way too infiltrated. We have way too many people who have no claim. That's sitting there like, yeah, yo, oh my goodness, my people, this has happened to my folks, even though I just got here in 2002. Like, So, BET founder Robert Johnson argued Monday that now is the time for white America to acknowledge damages resulting from slavery. They've done that. There's so many white Americans. How many videos have I done with these folks just bending the knee to the white guilt? Come on, guys. And for the U.S. government to provide reparations in the sum of a $14 trillion wealth transfer to help prevent the country from splitting into separate and unequal societies. Like, you are literally 60 years too late. Like, come on, man. Key facts. He was interviewed by CNBC on Monday morning following 6 nights of protests, largely focused on police brutality that have ravaged the country. Yeah, focused on the Crayola cabal and the communists that, and George Soros and everybody that funds them. Johnson told CNBC that now is the time to go big and that the government should pay trillions of dollars for reparations to help reduce racial inequality. Oh my goodness. What you kicking in, Mr. Johnson? Huh? Like, what? You think just because you made BET, then sold BET to Viacom, like, I'm really not sure how that makes you particularly elite. It makes you smart. It makes you, like it's smart. I do respect Robert Johnson. I respect what he's been able to accomplish. But when it comes to the ailments of our community, I mean, he's been just as silent as everyone else. Johnson called reparations the affirmative action program of all time and added that they were so important because it would demonstrate that white American knowledge damages that are owed for the injustices created by slavery. Once again, the welfare state, the governmental red tape, the absorbent price amounts that the elected class in urban/black America make. I'm sorry, guys, but when it comes to like the bread being the wealth, like it was their jobs to ensure that these communities remained in a position where there was economic mobility, and they purposefully dropped the ball. So, like, I'm sorry, like, you want to sit here and complain about, slavery, but dude, like I said, we got problems. Our problems can be traced far, like, a clear solution to our problems can be traced far more easily to the 60s than it can be to all the way back then, because we don't live then. We really don't, and it's really unfair to ask people to be held accountable for actions that were not their own. I just don't believe in that at all. It's a principle thing. You ain't do me no wrong, then why would I do you wrong? We was raised different, I guess. Later Monday morning, on CNBC, Merrick chairman and CEO Ken Frazier, who is black, said he was skeptical that the reparations bill would find requisite governmental support. It shouldn't. Sorry. Honestly, the stimulus package was, like I said, the stimulus package is making inflation accelerate. And so what do you think a $14 trillion reparations package would do? My goodness. Yeah, that once 50 cents, now 60 cents Little Debbie is going to be like $2,000 a pop. No, my friend, no. Johnson became America's first black billionaire when he sold black entertainment television to Viacom in 2001. So when you look at BET, when you look at, all of these different channels, the Nickelodeons, everything under that brand, you can kind of tell where it's coming from. It's like, I don't know who runs it, but it's one of the media conglomerates that really feels like it controls black America, right? It feels like it controls us as Americans. Like, oh, well, and they can tell us our narrative. They can give us our leaders. They can, they basically infantilized, quote unquote, black culture. Critical quote, wealth transfer is what's needed, Johnson said. But that's the thing. Is it, or why don't we just put our people back in a position to be able to earn it? Like, that's the thing. Why it just got to be like, drop the money in the account? How about like we create opportunities for our people to be actually able to earn it, for our families to be able to flourish and thrive? Because that's when, as a nation, we were at our best. Granted, oh, well, it's not all black people working out. Who gives a shit as long as the check's clear, my dude? Like, seriously. That's the point we need to be past. Like, yo, the check's clear. I don't give a shit who own it. I really don't. That was one of the things that really held us up in the urban equity fight in New Jersey's cannabis legalization. Is that everybody's like, well, it has to be a black-owned smoke shop that's gonna hire 2 or 3 people, or can we get an entire soda factory that can hire 200-300 people? Like, why is this a problem? Why is this not something that you're thinking about? And I'm talking to mayors and council reps and stuff like that, and that's because all puppets. Okay, so what's the big number? The big number is 153,850. That's the difference in median net worth between black families and white families in America, according to the Federal Reserve data. Key background: Johnson has long been an advocate. I guess that PF means for reparations. I'm not new to this challenge. He said he's not advocating more bureaucratic programs that don't deliver and don't perform, adding, but that's really where your reparations are, my guy. Whether you like it or not, that's really where you're like that scene in was that I'm going to get you, sucker, where he goes to see the black revolutionary and he's just like, yo, they all got government jobs, man. They came out with jobs with good pay and benefits. How are we going to compete with that? And real talk, Like, you created all these different bureaucratic spots while completely dismantling, like, you know, bureaucratic, the pencil pushers. Right now in New Jersey, we got this guy. He's a Caucasian dude, but he's making $225,000 a year at New Jersey Transit for basically doing, like, he ain't building a train. Like, he's just sitting there pushing paperwork, which is easy money for, you know, those like those with their degrees and the and you know, the HR class, those who would need paperwork in order to justify their existence. I mean, back in the day, let's be real, a job was you walk in, hey man, I need work. All right, cool, bet, I'll pay you something decent. That's how Stan Lee actually started at Marvel. He just walked in like, yo, I need a job, bro. It was like, I bet. And boom, he ended up like, yo, like, they really rocked that shit. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, it used to just be a handshake between men, and then you start introducing all this different litigation and HR and all this different paperwork in order to justify having, you know, creating more spaces for, you know, the ladies to enter the workforce. And boom, you end up with just like nothing but legalese and opportunists taking the opportunity to opportunize. So guys, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. I just really find it amazing that Mr. Johnson here is making this call when there are realities to it. This is a part of what Lil Wayne was talking about when he said, like, you know, we don't know what we're talking about, and we don't take everything into full account when we start asking for stuff. I mean, this is perfect, right down in the center. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments. All the internet stuff. If you like it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Don't be scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share it, because sharing is caring, and YouTube and Bitchute and like are the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Yeah, man. Like, come on, Bob Johnson. Like reparations. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But this is just another sheep herder call right here that fully distracts from, hey, things that can be done today. Like, we got government protesting government. So how about we all sit down and figure a way out of this drug war thing? Figure a way out of these go back to balancing our family courts. Do away with no fault divorces. I mean, really create opportunities that will that strengthen our families, as opposed to, you know, like, just, hey man, just give folks money, just give them money. Like, no. Create opportunities. Create opportunities for the men to be able, via manufacturing, to be able to provide for their families. I mean, come on, you guys have pushed us into this corner here, and none of their voices will be speaking about how to, you know, really fix these problems, because just throwing money at the problem, it's not a solution. It truly, genuinely is not. But you may disagree, and that's what I have a comment section for. Until the next one.